Good. And thank you for asking. My mother is kind of okay now. She is now we have possible. I prefer English. Yes, classes will be in English. Don't worry, Sangha. So yeah, so she is home now, but still we are kind of not very sure. Ki, still, actually her hemoglobin level deteriorated to 5.1, which if you know is very, very low. So it will not like revive very quickly. It will take some time. So, and that's why I'm not posting newspaper and all. So everything is in tatters. But hopefully everything will be on track from Monday onwards. So this session is about क्या कर रहे हैं हम आज? Why we are here? Geography. So we are starting geography. Now, as all of you know, I will be sharing with you, I will be sharing the links of the classes that you have to watch. There are two ways to go around it. What I can do is I can share you the whole link at once and you can watch it at your own time. But my experience suggests that that does not work very well. वो क्या होता है थोड़े दिन ठीक चलता है and then most of the people lose track. So what I have started doing, as how many of you completed polity, by the way? Old students, new students, you are not supposed to get confused. Everything that we have covered will be covered again. So tension nahi lena hai, just be here and everything will be very clear. So Neha and Tanu, only two people, even though I was giving you daily targets. So dekho, this is the Harmandeep has done very good. This is the most important aspect of UPSC preparation. मैंने भी कर लिया. Consistency. Read 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever time you can give, but be very, very consistent. It's not about how much money you are paying in the coaching class. It's not about how good teacher you have. It doesn't matter how good a student you are. Nothing matters if you cannot maintain the continuity in the preparation. Many of you have been preparing for 1 year or so. कितने टाइम से प्रिपरेशन चल रहा है? Kurba, when did you started your preparation? This is Krishna का second attempt चल रहा है. So some of you might have started your preparation about 1 year back. किस लोगों का 1 साल से ज्यादा हो गया होगा और still you are feeling that you are at no place. You look back and you feel yourself at the same position that you were 1 year before. ऐसा लग रहा है बहुत लोगों को कि जहाँ थे लगभग वहीं पे हैं, बहुत कुछ तो सीखा नहीं है. It's not much progress. Still, NCRTs are pending. Still, reference books have not started. Still, there is no test series. Still, there is no answer writing. ऐसे लिखने का तो there is still no skill. तो छोड़ो, confidence भी नहीं है कि पेन लेकर बैठे कभी ऐसे लिखने का. And all these things are very common. If you are able to relate it और तुम्हें लग रहा है कि अरे sir is talking about me, I'm not talking about you. This is what 95% people do when they come for the preparation of UPSC. And this understanding is very, very important. If you want to stand apart, so if you want to stay apart from that crowd of 95% people who have taken admission into coachings, who have paid lakhs of rupees, anyone who has taken admission in any coaching institute anywhere, chota bada kuch, other than this class, Ramalpreet, तुमने कहाँ ले लिया है? You are like with me only ना, Harjot. And still, even after, oh, you had taken. Even after all that, those things, you feel that you are not moving forward, you are still stuck with the things, and there is no solution to that. If you are thinking, I will change the coaching, I will change the teacher, I will pay some more money, I will move to a different city, मैं दिल्ली चला जाता हूँ, जो दिल्ली में वो सोच रहे हैं मैं घर चला जाता हूँ, जो घर पे हैं वो सोच रहे होंगे कि मैं कहीं और चला जाता हूँ. So those things are not solution, my friends. You are looking at the preparation in a very wrong way. Preparation करना है, if you are serious, to just do this one simple task. Despite of knowledge, knowing the concept. Harjot, we will talk about that. If you have any specific problem, you know my contact. तो just एक text कर सकते हो, ठीक है? तो the only thing that this examination demands now is consistency, persistence. You keep doing whatever you can do on a daily basis, and most of the things will fall into place. Like your 70-80% problem is just because you are not consistent. अगर सिर्फ consistent हो जाओ, तो most of your problems will be sorted. No matter how good student you are, no matter how bad student you are, those things will be sorted. And that's why we have started this NCERT classes in this way, जहाँ पे कि I can be in a regular touch with you कि क्या कर रहे हो, कितना लेक्चर किया या नहीं किया. So both aspects, teaching as well as a target, दोनों करने की कोशिश करेंगे in the next coming months. तो देखो, पहले तो ज्योग्राफी के लिए क्या क्या करना पड़ेगा. इफ यू हैव टू डू ज्योग्राफी, आई विल बी गिविंग यू अ शेड्यूल to cover the complete geography. Now, there will be two kind of people in this group. Some people like those who are giving the second attempt, or those who are very much keen to give the attempt in the next year, जिनको 23 में बहुत एक serious attempt देना है. And there are those who are planning to give it in 24, 25. They just want to cover the fundamentals. So the strategy will be a little different from both these people. कुछ लोग हैं जो बस देखने आए हैं. Most of the crowd is like that. हम लोग कहते हैं कि कुछ लोग क्या करते हैं, बहुत लोग यूपीएससी करने आते हैं, कुछ बहुत लोग जेबीपीएससी करने आते हैं. Means just because Papa said. I think many of you have this story. मेरे पापा चाहते हैं कि मैं यूपीएससी कर लूं, बस इसलिए करने आए हैं. तो if you are here just because your papa said, तो यूपीएससी is going to be very difficult for you. यूपीएससी पे फोकस करो. JBPS करने आए हो तो फिर no, Daniel, nothing important as of yet. So there are two kind of people here. Those who are very serious about this exam, no matter you have giving it in 23 or 24, but they're serious. And some are there who are here just because Papa said. तो जो सीरियस है या जिनको 23 में एग्जाम देना है, you need to cover complete geography. And if you are planning to target 23, you should be covering complete geography in next 1 month. 1 month में पूरा ज्योग्राफी कवर करना पड़ेगा. अगर 23 में इफ यू वांट टू हैव एनी चांस, you have to complete geography, NCERT, and there is one standard book, only one standard book. Good thing about geography is कि most of the things will be covered in the class itself in the NCERT. Other than that, you are expected to do GC Leong. No other book. Some people will say Majid Hussain and etc and etc etc. Savinder Singh वगैरह वगैरह, वो कुछ नहीं करना है. You have to just do NCERT and GC Leong. ठीक है. This two book is sufficient for your prelims as well as मेंस एग्जाम. दोनों में ही तुम्हारा ये काफी है. Other than this, you have to focus on Atlas. So I will urge you all, if you have not bought an Atlas, you should buy an Atlas, or at least you should be very good at using Google Maps. If you do not know, Google Map has many options to save locations. देखो, मैं तुम्हें दिखाता हूँ. Just wait for a minute. Sometimes being able to use technology is a huge advantage. तो देखो, ये मेरा Google Map है. Here I have saved these locations. I've saved. So these are all the national parks in India. I can read about any of them. I just click. I can read about any of them. जूम इन करोगे उसके बारे में तुम्हें सब कुछ पता चल जाएगा, क्या लोकेशन है, कहाँ पे है, कैसे है. तो इस तरीके से देयर आर ऑप्शंस टू सेव दीज लोकेशंस. तो दो काम कर सकते हो. एक तो फिजिकल atlas you should use. That's a kind of, you should get acquainted with how atlas works, how to find location, where is latitude, longitude, all those we will be covering in the class. But साथ साथ एक एटलस ले लो और गूगल मैप्स का जितना यूज कर सकते हो, ट्राई टू लर्न and optimize its use. Whenever you are looking for any place, I will be telling this all in the classes as well. But if you're looking for a place, let's suppose, what locations are in news nowadays? कोई बताओ, कोई ऐसा location which is in news recently? How many sites are added to Ramsar list? कोई न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ रहा है? रामसर लिस्ट में कुछ साइट्स ऐड हुए हैं. 5. नेम एनीवन. किसी का नाम बताओ. याद है. So when you are looking for locations, you look around that place. सिर्फ उस लोकेशन को मत देखो, उसके आसपास की चीजों को भी देखो. वहां क्या है, कैसे है, और क्या, जैसे if you're looking for a Ramsar site, you look around if there is any national park, is there any other biosphere reserve, is there anything of worth importance, so that you can do in Google Map easily. So buy a Google Map, buy an atlas. You can buy any atlas, Oxford or Orient Black Swan. दोनों में से कोई भी ले सकते हो. I prefer Oxford. You can take any one of that. Daniel, don't worry. Whatever I am saying in Hindi, I am repeating that in English as well. So don't worry, you are not missing anything. ठीक है? Where I was. Yeah. So buy an atlas. GC Leong plus atlas plus while doing the classes, you should, in this 1 month time, you should be covering previous year questions. First, do MCQs. ठीक है, objective questions. First do these questions and then try to write some answers as well. So do these two things in this 1 month. Now this 1 month can be 30 days, can be 35 days, but do not make it 60 days or do not make it an infinite time. चल रहा है, चल रहा है, चल रहा है. So NCERT, GC Leong, Atlas, previous year questions, prelims and mains. If you can do this, you can rest assured that your geography syllabus is covered. ठीक है? A lot of portions from environment will also be covered during the classes itself. Now, in NCERT, we have 19 videos. If you can see, we have 19 videos. And in this 19 videos, we have covered almost all the topics. All the videos are about, some are of 2 hours, 1.1 hour, 50 minutes, some are 1.5 hour. So this is an average duration. मान सकते हो कि 2 घंटे का एक क्लास है. So if you are doing one class every day, in the next 20 days, you can watch. Oh, Shivani, you are very slow. Look, it's your network is slow or you just not typing slow. What I was saying, huh? So if you watch one lecture every day, you can cover it in 20 days. 2 hours every day watching the videos. Now, some of you put a lot of time, like you watch the videos in a very slow manner. You are trying to take the notes. So 2 hour lectures, you will watching for 4 hours. So yeah, I will send the soft copy of GC Leong. So do not do that. Watch the lectures. I'm a very slow teacher. Like I always say this, I'm of one of the slowest teachers in the world. If you will watch the videos, you will realize classes are very slow. I do not try to rush anything. I have taken my time to teach all those topics. And those recordings are the recordings of live classes. So I hope it will be very interesting and you will find it engaging. ऐसा monologue type का dialogue नहीं है. So 2 hours every day from Monday. In 20 days, you can complete this. Side by side, if you are taking 1 hour to read, whatever I'm teaching in 2 hours, you can read in 1 hour or 2 hours on your own. So let's suppose you are giving 2 hours more to read that. So even if you are able to give 4 hours, you can cover NCERT and NCERT texts and all. Now, if you have to read GC Leong with this, it will then take a little bit more time. So I will suggest you to do not start reading GC Leong in the first few days. First, cover a substantive part of the classes let's suppose at least cover up to class 10th, and after that you go and read Ji Shillong with the classes. So this is how you should approach. And we will be meeting on alternate days. This time I have fixed the time. Last during polity we were a little bit off schedule. So if everything is at good in my home and there's no disturbances, then we will be meeting on alternate days. So let's suppose we will meet on Monday, then we will meet on Wednesday, then we will meet on Friday, and Sunday. We will be meeting on Sunday for long sessions. So these 3 days we will have live discussions where I will be asking some questions, some quizzes. You will be asking some questions if you have any doubt. The timing for now is 7:30 p.m. Now these classes are not mandatory. If you have anything at going on, you are not like required, forced to attend these classes. These classes are for discussion. If you have engagement somewhere else, you come and watch the recordings if you want. If you have some doubt, then you come to the class, you ask your doubt. That we will be discussing into the group कि किसका किसका doubt है. You will tell me the doubts before joining 7:30 class. If you will have doubt, we will come and we will discuss the doubts in 7:30 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will be sharing you the Zoom links. Before that, I will give you the recordings of the playlist. I will make a schedule on which day you have to watch which video, as we did in the polity classes. We will be doing the same here. Whether the live discussion will also be recorded, class. I'm not able to understand your question, Daniel. What I'm saying is very clear. There will be live discussions at, sir, will you send all classes video link? I will do both. I will send all classes as well as I will send the schedule as well. You follow, like some of you are enthusiastic and you want to watch two videos, 3 videos at once. So I will give you that as well. You can watch. And Daniel, about live classes, it's very simple. There will be live classes as this class is happening live. So as any class, the classes will happen in the same way. And if you will miss, you will get the recording. ठीक है? So yes, I will be sharing the Telegram link. Just wait. I hope all of you are very clear about the nature of the classes, how we will be covering this, what will be the target, what you are supposed to do. Now, if some of you are old students and I hope you have covered your polity. How was the polity classes? जिन्होंने देखा है, any reviews, good or bad? Anything you liked or anything you missed? Kurba is saying good. ठीक है. Don't worry, those who are new, polity will be taught again. चिंता मत, don't panic. तो चलो. So in the same way, recently I was talking to one of my students from personal mentorship batch, and he was telling about geography classes that I have asked him to read different other topic, but he said, sir, I started watching geography and it was so interesting that I could not stop me from watching the geography. So I've completed geography. So I hope you will enjoy geography. In all these classes, if I really enjoy teaching something that is geography, and I teach geography at Vision IAS, so that's kind of my expertise. And see, nahin, dekho. Along with this, there is a personal mentorship batch those who are old students, they're asking about this again. So if you have covered polity, your next step is to do Lakshmikant. And if you're doing geography, your next step is to do GC Leong. Now, the way I have taught NCRTs, I will be teaching Lakshmikant and GC Leong and all other important books in personal mentorship batch. We cover all the topics of GS line by line, all the books are covered. So those who want to cover geography GC Leong or you want to cover polity Lakshmikant, you can join the personal mentorship batch. I hope all of you have my contact number 8368481944 and I do not have any other number. इस दुकान की और कोई शाखाएं नहीं है. If you are talking to on any other number, that's the number of my team members. So if you have any query about personal mentorship batch, I hope you can prefer to ask me here. And you're not good in geography. Just tell me after watching 2-3 videos that you are good in geography or not. Chalo. So that's it from my side. Now, if you have any questions, any doubts, you can ask me. I am sending the link to join the geography classes here. How to get access to personal mentorship? Personal mentorship batch is a different batch. I think you probably may not be knowing. Personal mentorship is a batch, is a complete separate batch other than NCRTs. So the price of that is 15,000, is a year-long batch with daily classes with the coverage of all GS topics, all the standard books, test series, answer writing, prelims, mains, interview, everything is covered in this one single batch. One-stop solution. Satabdi Hazarika. I hope you're from West Bengal. Am I able to predict it right? Assam. Oh, Hazarika is, yeah, it's more common in Assam. How to learn the sites, like I keep forgetting them. Mineral sites. Yes. देखो, एक चीज और है that I'm making pretty clear here. In this classes, in the geography classes, we will have class up to only class 11th topics are covered here. Okay, some topics of class 12th. See, geography is divided, that I will be discussing in the class itself, but geography is divided into two groups, physical geography and human geography. So I have covered physical geography in detail. Okay. Human geography, some parts I have not discussed in the recorded classes, that this time I will try to do, I will try to teach in live classes on Sunday and if possible on Saturday, if there will be any weekends and all, छुट्टी वगैरह होगा, so उस दिन हम कुछ टॉपिक कवर करने की कोशिश करेंगे. I'm also third year, still having 2 years left behind. That's good. भूपेन हजारिका, yes. I miss this. हमारे यहाँ Hajra is more common in Assam, West Bengal. Hazarika is in West Bengal, Assam. Those who are in first year, it's basic for you. Try to cover just on daily basis. Try to watch the recordings that I am sharing. Try to finish the NCRT in next 4-5 months. That will give you a very solid foundation. हाँ, Varshita, you can unmute if you want to ask anything.
I wanted to ask a question related to the thing that you said regarding the Orient Swan. I didn't get my connection over there. I was not able to listen to you. So, what was it related to?
See, there are two publications. So, if you want to Atlas, there will be two famous publications, Oxford and Orient Blank Swan. Both are okay. You can buy anyone. I prefer Oxford one, but you can go with anyone. It's your choice. Map is same, nothing else. Redmi is I'm 30 now. Can I able to crack 24 UPSC 30? But then there are a lot of other things. Just age does not define that whether you will able to clear it or not. There are a lot of other things like what you are doing, how much time do you have, which category you belong to. So you have my number. You can text me and we can discuss कि क्या कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. Anything else? देखो, uh, if you are in your college first year, anybody who is in college, anybody who has more than 2 years now to give your attempt, your focus should be on improving your writing skills, in improving your language, work upon your speaking skills, because you have time now. You can work upon these, improve these, because many students that come into the preparation, they directly jump, they take admission and then they realize, yo, their basics are so poor that they cannot even read a book, understand the content, even if it is given there. तो 2+ वालों को तो पहले इस पे very substantive part of your time should be going on this, on making a good foundation. Other than that, you can calmly cover your NCRTs. Do not rush. Try to understand. Try to learn the thing instead of rushing behind, just completing the syllabus. Give it proper time. Try to understand NCRTs. Try to learn the concepts. In the next year, you can do your uh, standard books and all. That will be sufficient. So Deep is saying, I feel 30 days is less for me. Yeah, for many 30 days can be less, but as I said, I think I'm zero in geography. These classes are for the people who are zero in geography. So do not bother. We are starting from class 6. That's the first time that a student hear about geography. Acha, there is a subject like geography. So there cannot be anything more basic than this. Nothing. So even if you are in negative, then also you can do this. Yes, Satabdi, I'm always available, accessible. Those who are my old students, they already know. If you have any doubt about anything, you can contact me. You have my WhatsApp number. So just text whatever problem you have. If I have time, I will try. If you have any doubt, if you want to talk, you just text me. I will try to call you whenever I will be free. तो चिंता नहीं करना है. Everything will be done. Please suggest something on how often we can revise the things. so that becomes easy to retain. See, I share this very easy matrix for revision, very scientific approach. देखो, what happens to our memory? This is about everyone, like average memory, like me and you and 99% people in this class. Our whatever we read, it in about 6 months, whatever you have read now, it will ultimately, you will be hardly able to retain 10% of whatever you have read. Hardly 10%. This is your learning skill and this is the time. So retention जो है ना, you will read today, and if you are at 100%, in 6 months time it will become 10%. Many a times you might have seen this. You read some topic today in the day, and the next day you will not be able to recall कि कल क्या पढ़े थे. Hardly even the topic, even the subjects are very vague. Which topics, which subjects I had read. And yes, this happens. This does not happen just with you. It happens with me. It happens with all the people who have cracked the exam. It's very, very difficult to retain the kind of information bombardment that happens during this preparation. So how to cope up with this? देखो, जो भी पढ़ते हैं ना हम, the very next day, whatever you have read, if you have read well and try to memorize, the very next day, you will hardly be retaining 80% of what you have read. The very next day. Within a week, it will come down to 50%. You will forget 50% of whatever you have read. Within a month, it will come down to 20-30%. Just core vague things you will remember whatever you have read. Within 6 months, it's all gone. There is nothing. You will feel like I should start again, like kabhi to kuch nahi padha hai. Now, try to reflect back on your life and is it relatable to all of you? ऐसा होता है सबके साथ. 6 महीने के बाद याद भी नहीं रहता कि कुछ पढ़ा था कि नहीं पढ़ा था. I'm in my last year. Should I focus on 23 or 24? I would suggest focus on 23. So how to get rid of this? How to control this? And this happens with everyone. The first thing is that whatever you are reading, you revise it on daily basis. So bring this 80% to 100% again. Now it may not be 100%, but bring it to 90%. Revise it again. Whatever you have read, revise it immediately. So a very good strategy. The 3-pronged revision strategy here. First revision is whatever you have read in the day, like from the morning since the night before you go to the sleep. Whatever you have read, close your eyes, switch off the light, go to your bed, close your eyes, and try to recall whatever you have read. जो भी पढ़ा है सब कुछ recall करने की कोशिश करो. Now this recall, there's a very interesting way how you can recall these things. First, try to visualize the book. Let's suppose you are reading Lakshmikant. So first, imagine that there is a physical book, Lakshmikant. Then imagine the chapter, that which chapter you are reading. So let's suppose you are reading chapter number 22. Then imagine today how many pages of that book you have read. Let's suppose you read from page number 230 to 240. just taking a random number. Let's suppose you have done this 230 से 240 तक तुमने पढ़ा. Now try to recollect that what information you got on which page. Do not just remember the content of it. First, try to outline the things. Okay, I read about how the parliament session happens. I read about what are the different kind of motions. I read about what are the different kinds of bills. So I read about these three things in those 10 pages. Then go back and try to recall the finer points in these topics. कि इसमें कौन कौन सी चीजें पढ़ी थी, फिर इसमें कौन कौन सी चीजें पढ़ी थी. देखो, what our mind does now, when we sleep, our mind has its own filing system. It processes the files, it keeps the important files in our memory and reject the unimportant things. That's why basically that's the most important reason why we sleep. When we sleep, our mind does this filing. It discards all the unimportant things and try to save in the long term memory. So phone में क्या होता है, RAM और ROM होता है ना in our computers. So whatever you are reading in the day, it's going to your short term memory. Now in the night before sleeping, if you're telling your mind, okay, these things are important and I have to recall these things, your mind will then then it will not shred it out, it will not thrash it, it will file it into the important section. These are the things that are to be remembered. So do this on daily basis. This should be your sleeping schedule on every day. Whatever chapters, start with key, I have read these subjects. In these subjects, I have read this chapter, I have read these pages, on these pages. Dekho, I will again tell you a very interesting thing about memory and you will find it very funny. And probably all of you can relate it again. But till now, you might not have been understanding why this happens. When you try to write in your exam, in any exam since the childhood, sometimes we exactly remember that what we have read where on the page. Even if the content is not very clear, we remember that this topic was there on the corner of this page. याद आता है ऐसा, कभी कभी एग्जाम देते थे, कभी कभी अचानक से, oh, I have read this on this page, it was there in the corner, not able to recall where it was. Now, why does this happen? And this does not happen with you only. You might have been thinking, oh, सिर्फ ये मेरे साथ होता है और लोगों के साथ नहीं होता है. I'm a very unique person. I can recall this, but I am not able to recall things. This happens with most of the people because our brain. देखो, ये पूरा evolutionary. I'm taking a very different direction here, but the whole human brain is wired to remember the places. It is not wired to remember numbers, not wired to remember dates. As a tribal, as a nomad, as a forest dwelling person, we were supposed to know the places where we are going, where we will find the food, where there is danger, where we will find the water. So we are very good at remembering the places. So when you go at some place, once or twice, you are able to recall that even if you will go to that place after 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, you will be able to navigate the way in some or other way. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि एकदम खो जाओगे, थोड़ा बहुत ढूंढ लेते हैं, because we are good at remembering the places, but we are not good at remembering the facts. So this is a very essential memory trick that you associate the page numbers. Now, when you have this knowledge, yes, I can remember the pages. तो अब याद भी उसी तरीके से करो कि उस पेज के इस कॉर्नर पे ये वाला डेटा है. tell your mind that this, whenever trying to recall, you close your eyes and try to recall, okay, on this page, on this side, there was this map. On this map, there was this data, or on this map, there was this, on this side, on this paragraph, there was this data. This visualization works very efficiently if you have to memorize anything. So this is your daily exercise. Keep 10 minutes, 20 minutes for every day. Now you will find a big challenge here, and try to do this today itself. You might have read a lot of things today. Go and try to do this in the night, and you will realize you have forgotten most of the things that you have read. बहुत सारी चीजें जो तुमने आज ही पढ़ी है ना, you have forgotten most of the things. Most of the things you have forgotten. You will be barely able to recall 50% of what you have read throughout the day. And you are expecting to use that knowledge in the exam after a year. Chitra, wait. Don't trust. All the links will be provided. So when you will try this, you will realize that, and that's common. Sometimes you will not even able to remember what were the broad topics. Forget about the minute points. You will not be able to recall what are the broad topics in that. Try to do it now. Just being in this class, try to recall whatever you have read till now and try to recall कि क्या क्या topics अभी तक पढ़ा है. I'm giving you 2 minutes and tell me how much you are able to recall. करो. It's a fun exercise. Subject, book, chapter, subtopic, and then the content of it. कर रहे हो? Chalo, by now I think you have you have realized that most of it is gone now. Some of you might even be troubling to remember even what subjects I have read. हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है ऐसा बताओ. तनु को 40% ज्यादा है. What about others? So हो रहा है ना. What is the solution? Close your eyes, visualize. Now you will not be able to recall a lot of things, and that will set you into a panic. The moment you will realize all your day's work has gone into waste, कुछ भी याद नहीं रहा, it will set up panic. And then you will realize you are not reading in the way that you are supposed to read. There is some problem with your studies, with your method. What to do then? The one thing is that open the book and see those topics once again, like quickly go through it. Other way is, like if you have already on your bed and you don't want to break the sequence, at least now you know that these are the topics that you are not able to recall. So sleep, although it becomes very difficult to sleep after this realization, it's like if you are a serious aspirant, it it really gives those chills in the bone. अभी कुछ लोगों को already feel हो रहा होगा if you are serious. It gives those chills in the bone. Oh, what I'm doing, like I have to use this knowledge after a year. I'm not able to recall this today itself. So that sets up panic, but after a time, it will take a while. Get used to it. Wake up in the morning and do this for the first thing that you revise those topics. First thing in the morning, you revise those topics that you were not able to recall in the night. So if you are doing this consistently, even if it is taking you 30 minutes, even if it's taking you 1 hour of time, it's worth giving this time instead of just reading and not able to recall or understand anything. So this is daily you are doing for whatever you have read for the day. Then in a week, try to revise whatever you have read in the week and again bring it back here. And then again try to revise it after a month. So this should be your revision strategy: daily, weekly, and monthly. ठीक है? All clear about this? Close your eyes and just try to think whatever you have read. No matter which exam you are preparing for, it's your college exam, it's your university, it's any other exam, just do this. Do this, writing diaries. Many of you would have been suggested in the childhood that write diaries. At the end of the day, write the diary. Writing diary helps a lot in boosting your memory because you're forced to think about the day, what I have done today, and it's kind of start filing those informations into the permanent memory. So it's difficult to write diaries at this point of time. If some of you are maintaining, then that's very good. If not, then the way forward is that you reflect on whatever you are reading. Chalo. Anything else? Any other doubts? Yes, Varshita.
So I wanted to ask, would we able to finish the course like geography if I'm a new student right now? Would we be able to finish the NCRT geography course in 20 days itself if we go 2 hours per day?
Yeah, that's how you can watch the videos at least in 2 hours a day, and then it depends on how much extra time you are giving to read those topics on your own, how much extra time you have to read the Jishi Leong if you're doing it on your own. That varies.
Okay, sir. So like 20 days is a minimum time, like you need 20 days.
Yeah, for completing any topic and truly have a grasp over it, you should give at least 20 days.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Any tips when it comes to solving objective questions? Ajot, about objective questions, see, most of you are very freshers, and when you will be trying to attempt the questions, देखो दो चीजें होती हैं. For the beginners, when they see the questions for the first time, all those questions looks very easy to them. Oh, this is the topic that I have read, this is the topic that I have read. But when you try solving those questions, it suddenly becomes very difficult. have this very clear mindset from the day one, from today itself, that reading and solving questions are two very different things. Like watching cricket or watching sports on TV and going into the stadium and actually playing the match. Those things are very different. You can watch thousands of matches. You can be a very good expert of how a cover drive should be played, what should be the head position, what should be the position of the bat and the legs, what should be the distance. But when it comes to playing, you will not be able to perform. And it's almost certain that you will not be able to perform if you have never gone to the field. The same distinction is between solving MCQs and understanding or reading anything. And that's why I always suggest that these two things should go hand in hand. कितने भी अच्छे टीचर से पढ़ लो, कितनी भी बार कोई भी बुक पढ़ लो, you may think, oh, I have covered this topic in so detail that I can solve all the questions. Still, you will not be able to, because solving questions is a completely different a skill, and that can only come if you will solve more and more questions. There's no shortcut that I can teach. Yes, as the exams will come closer, we will be discussing how to approach test series and all, how to maximize your scores. But for now, you have to wait. For now, just solve the previous year questions. So try to solve as many questions as you can. जितना मिले उतना सॉल्व करते जाओ. ठीक है. Anything else? हाँ सुदीप बताओ. Wait a minute. Unmute you. हाँ अनम्यूट करो.
हेलो सर.
हेलो.
सर नोट्स के बारे में पूछना था कि व्हाट अबाउट नोट्स की नोट्स करना पड़ेगा कि वो भी मिलेगा.
For geography, for NCRTs, do not take notes. Take important task points that I have in the classes. I will be mentioning that you should keep a note of this. So take only those notes, but do not try to make like line by line notes of whatever I'm teaching. And after the first reading, when you are reading GC Leong, then you can try to make some notes from that book.
सर 6th क्लास का ज्योग्राफी हम वाच किए हैं, तो उसमें जो अंडरलाइन तो किया हुआ है, तो उसको नोट्स करना पड़ेगा कि
Write, if you write anything by your hand, it adds to your memory. It becomes easier to recall those things. But again, if you do not have time, if you are lagging in the time, it's not a necessary exercise. It depends upon person to person. If you are able to recall, remember, then not required.
ओके सर, यही था उसको कंफ्यूजन यही था सर.
ठीक है. Anything else? I'll send it just after this lecture, after this class. Yes, Tanu, for previous year question, 20 years, 28 years wali book le lo. That will be good. I will send, I think I have the PDF as well, so I will send in the group if I can find it. Otherwise, everybody should buy the book. Previous year, 28 years book, everybody should buy. That's a one must buy book for everyone. Because you will be going through that book again and again and again and again. Go through that book as many times as you can. It's nothing better than that. Yes, Daniel, I will send. How to write, what to write in diary. And that's something that probably it should be taught to the kids. Just write whatever you want to write. Right. GC Leong video classes link. Oh, Bhargav, I think you heard it wrong. GC Leong classes link are separate batch. Those who want to join those classes, they have to join personal mentorship batch, who's, as I think all of you are aware about. So the August batch will be starting now. And those who want to join, they can join, and I will be teaching it there. Jyot.
So the book which you are talking about, 28 years or the something, it is only for the geography or for the entire subjects?
Buy the book for the entire subject. It comes one compilation for all the subjects, and solve it subject by subject. Whichever
So
subject you're reading, just solve it.
is it objective based or
Yeah,
subjective?
objective.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Objective previous year question.
Thank you, sir.
But 25 years is also sufficient. If you're getting 21 years, that's also good. No worries. Jyoti. Anything else? Anyone? How to join personal mentorship classes? As I told, the fees 15,000. You text me. I will first talk that should you join the batch or not. Will it be helpful for you or not? It's not useful for many people. So we will talk, we will discuss, and if I think that you should join the batch, then you can join it. Simple. और बताओ. I think I give you a very fresh perspective about a lot of things, how the memory works, how to do the revision. Something that you hear about every day, and now I think I was able to give you a fresh perspective. Chalo. Anything else? Anyone? Sir, can we get the recorded class? Yes, I told you, like, I think you have joined the session late. You will get the recorded classes. You will get the recorded classes. Recorded classes see here now we have. Susri, I think you joined the session late. My mother is recovering. She is at home now. What is the duration of this NCERT batch? We will be covering 4 important topics. So let's suppose 4 months and 1 month for miscellaneous topics. So 5 months. That if you are punctual, most of the people are not. So from my side, once you are my student, you are always my student. Some of here in the classes are students who have enrolled in the NCERT batches about a year back. Still not able to cover. Once I am your teacher, I am your teacher. Chusri, watch the recordings. Chalo. और बताओ. What about PDFs of NCERT? Sir, I will be sharing the PDFs as well. Don't worry. The highlighted PDFs you will get in the group. I am one of kind, sir. Yes, Subham, that's a completely separate batch. that will be announced later. It's part of person mentorship. First, watch NCERT videos. First, see how do I teach and if it is good or not. And then we will decide what to do about this video. Some of you are very new. If you have any questions, you can ask. If there is not, then you can leave. I'm just waiting for some good questions to come. Sometimes some questions come, like somebody asked about revision and then you got a very fresh idea about how to revise. So I'm waiting for some good questions to come. You are really doing a great work. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Tanu, for being consistent in the classes. You guys motivate me to come and take live classes on the regular basis. Yeah. Chalo. Vamshi, you are from? Hyderabad. So it's a very common name. I think I have one more student from Hyderabad named Vamshi. Neha, how's your preparations going? Your conference is over now. You got a pretty good break in between. You're able to cover. Yes, I will cover the polity in the batch. I will cover polity, geography, economics, history, everything in this batch. Don't worry. Shankar, कैसा चल रहा है तैयारी? Long time, where you are, what you are doing?
चल रहा है सर प्रिपरेशन अच्छे से ही।
क्या क्या कर रहे हो?
सर अभी तो सर फिलहाल सर एटलस चल रहा है सर इंडियन, और सर आपको वर्ल्ड वाला, और सर धीरे और सर हिस्ट्री में थोड़ा बहुत चल रहा है प्रिपरेशन, रिवीजन वगैरह चल रहा।
तुम किस बैच में हो? तुम सोशियोलॉजी में हो या पर्सनल मेंटरशिप में हो?
नहीं सर, हम तो सोशियोलॉजी वाला में है सर, बट सर आप बोले थे कि तो पर्सनल मेंटरशिप के लिए हम आपको बताएंगे बोले, बट सर आप अभी तक कुछ रिस्पॉन्स नहीं किया, तो फिर हम उसके बाद और कुछ नहीं बोले आपको।
अच्छा, रिस्पॉन्स से नहीं किए हम।
हाँ।
ठीक है, आज बात करते हैं। मुझे एक बार फिर से टेक्स्ट कर देना, ठीक है?
हाँ सर। और सर इसे रिकॉर्डेड वाला सर, इसे लेक्चर सर इसे कहाँ पर सर मिलेगा सर? हमको सर मिल नहीं रहा सर, मतलब नहीं ना हिस्ट्री का सर कुछ ये मेरा पेंडिंग टॉपिक सब है, तो मुझे मिल नहीं रहा था। और सर ये ना सोशियोलॉजी का सर कुछ नहीं मिल नहीं रहा था सर, ये ना मेरा तो एग्जाम की वजह से ये ना छूट गया था, तो हम नहीं कर पा रहे थे।
ठीक है, तो अरे नहीं कुछ मिले तो मुझे टेक्स्ट कर दो ना। टेक्स्ट करने में मुझे पैसा थोड़ी लगता है, मैं मना करके थोड़ी रखता हूँ कि अरे
नहीं सर, हम सर मैसेज सर आपको नहीं ना किए भी थे सर, बट आप सर बस सीन किए, फिर आप रिस्पॉन्स नहीं किए, तो फिर हम फिर सोचे कि आपसे बाद में जब फुर्सत में हम फिर तो पूछ लेंगे आपसे।
बी अ लिटिल पर्सिस्टेंट। मैं तुम्हें अपना व्हाट्सएप दिखाऊं कितने मैसेजेस मेरे पास अनसीन कितने मैसेज आई हैव 4, पता नहीं दिखेगा नहीं दिखेगा। आई हैव 450 अनसीन मैसेजेस इन माय व्हाट्सएप। 440 अभी एग्जैक्टली 440 अनसीन व्हाट्सएप मैसेज है। तो नेहा इज सेइंग द सेम, पर्सन मेंटरशिप आपने बताया ही नहीं। ठीक है, इट्स माय बैड। ओके, आई हैव शेयर्ड अ लिंक हियर of the Telegram group. All of you can join. I will be sharing into your groups as well. Telegram channel का group link मैंने यहाँ भेज दिया है। नया जो daily batch start हुआ है, all of you can join that for now.
Yes.
And I will be sharing the link in this. चलो ठीक है।
थैंक यू सर।
चलो शंकर, और बताओ। Lakshmi Prasanna. लक्ष्मी तो यू विल बी डूइंग पॉलिटी. जहांगीर पॉलिटी अभी खत्म करना है, ठीक है, ज्योग्राफी पे जंप नहीं करना है कौशल मेंटरशिप वालों को. सोशलॉजी सब्जेक्ट की फी कितनी है? सोशलॉजी शिवानी फी सेम 14,999, 14,999 और 15,000. It's one of the cheapest course that is available for optionals. So shall we end it now? End करें अब. कल मिलते हैं फिर. कल नहीं, हाँ कल मिलेंगे at 7:30. And if you have any questions, you can ask me again. And you have my WhatsApp number, so text me and text me like persistently. I do not feel bad. Like some students now know okay, how do I respond? So they have cracked my code. If you are sending me a text and if I'm replying immediately, then suppose I have replied you. If I've seen your message and I have left it, then there are chances that I will not be coming back to that message because there will be a pile of messages on that and it will like be on the bottom somewhere, so it becomes very difficult. To be a little bit like pussy कि सर बताओ मुझे and I do not mind it. Just do that. Not call. कॉल भी कर लो अगर ऐसा है कुछ बहुत, तो कॉल भी कर लो, लेकिन मतलब आई एम अप्रोचेबल. आई डू नॉट, जस्ट यू हैव टू फाइंड योर वे, तुमको ज्ञान चाहिए तो थोड़ा पुश करना पड़ेगा कि कैसे करना है. एंड आई ट्राई माई बेस्ट टू रिप्लाई टू ऑल द मैसेजेस दैट आई कैन. ठीक है. जैसे रिंकी को मैं बहुत दिनों से नहीं भेज रहा था वीडियो, तो उसने 2-3 दिन बोल बोल के सर भेजिए सर, तो अल्टीमेटली आई सेंड हर टुडे. हाँ रिंकी. So some piece of students have cracked the code. Chalo. Bye then everyone, and prepare well. Any doubts, any questions, my WhatsApp is always open. I'm pretty much on my WhatsApp all the time. Text me, I will try to reply.